a sort of uneventful fortnight, I'm going to say. Not much has happened.
No, it's been pretty uneventful, hasn't it, in the world of everything?
Yeah, not much to report, No games have come out.
No, I think you had a couple of days off work, didn't you, just to kind of bum around the house and watch daytime television.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Wait a minute!
Hang on!
Hang
Am I
on!
kidding?
Yeah! The thing came out!
One of the best games of the year!
What, Jumanji?
Yeah, Jumanji. It was Jumanji release date. It was Star Wars release. No, I didn't actually get that. No, Pokemon Sword and Shield. We're out.
Yay! Whee. Sword and Shield. Sword and or Shield.
Both of them.
And if that meme is to be believed, gun as well.
Oh, the Spaniards. Never let you down, do they?
Oh, lovely.
It's been fantastic. I'm going to go into more detail later on, obviously, but yes. Not disappointed.
Word. Go on, one word.
One word.
Putting you on the spot.
One word to sum it up right now.
Yeah, one word.
Progression.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to call it
I was really hoping the word wasn't going to be So.
Oh no, I was just going to stop at That's it.
Yeah,
it's done.
I will take progression. Progression is good.
Yeah,
I like progression.
Yeah, just love. Yeah, great, perfect.
Cool.
How's it been with you anyway?
It's been okay. I'm back on Twitch.
As I'm sure some of you listening / watching will know.
People may be aware, yes. That was... When did I do that? Tuesday, and it went live, in inverted commas, on the YouTubes on the Friday.
The YouTube.
So that's still a thing. Do it on the Twitch and then release the video a few days later. So that's a thing.
Sounds alright.
Yes. And at time of recording a la Thursday, but not time of video going live a la Sunday, we'll have a bit of a play on the Saturday and probably a record of something, because I have an evening free.
Oh, okay, perfect.
And the Mac is now put away and put to bed, so all the assets and stuff that I need is on my laptop.
Laptop.
On laptop, so we'll see what happens. I'll be aiming for sort of 5 to 10 minute videos of not too much.
Nothing too edit heavy.
No, it'll just probably be mainly me in a room talking with maybe some pictures overlaid here and there.
Yeah.
Nothing kind of bigger than that. No gameplay recording over the top. No kind of lots of bits of other video happening as well, because that's sort of what didn't work last time.
Yeah.
Annoyingly. So it'll be very basic, and we'll sort of get a little bit bigger and bigger as and when we can.
Okay.
Really.
One step at a time until it lets you, and until it goes, nope, that's enough.
Yeah, till I can kind of work out where its limit is, and it goes, no, crash. So that'll be Saturday evening. That's me evening planned. So depending on how successful that is, there may have been a video up earlier today.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. I'm not promising that I would get the edit done that quickly, but depending on how things go, if it's a very smooth and successful evening, and anyone's missed that, then it might be worth a quick look back. Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully so.
Yeah, I'm not even entirely sure what the video would be about at this stage, but we'll sort
It'll
of
be
see.
something.
We'll see what's what. Yeah, it might just be a quick update video, or it might be, I don't know, a quick discussion about a thing, maybe. I'm not sure.
Are there any things happening right now to discuss?
Well, there will have been well, come early next week there will have been, because there will have been a lot of the wrestles happening this weekend.
Oh, okay. The wrestles.
The wrestles happening, one of the biggest shows of the year, for big company, will be happening, with their kind of smaller brand being involved for the first time in it as well. They're
Okay.
kind of throwing everyone in all at once, so it's quite a big weekend for that. But unfortunately, it won't have happened by the time I'll be recording. So
Sod's law.
yes,
But okay.
so not that, unfortunately. But who knows? I'll pluck something out of my head, or something will probably pop up on my Twitter feed that's pertinent, shall we say?
Yeah. There's always
Maybe.
something. That's how I always think anyway.
There is, yes.
There's always
and
something to
especially
moan about.
on that side of things, it's usually around Jim Cornette.
Okay. Fair enough.
And if anyone knows who he is, they know what I mean. And for everybody else, yes, he's a moany old sod he loves things back the way they were back in the good old days.
There's nothing wrong with being a moany old sod.
No, I mean I'm a moany old sod at heart. But yeah, I just hate this mentality of everything was better when I was younger and kids are ruining everything. It's the whole Abe Simpson old man yells at cloud.
Yes.
It's basically that. With a hint of mild racism thrown in on the side as well.
Sounds like part of the current Pokemon fan base, if I'm not won't lie about it.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just silly people. Everyone's entitled to their opinion if it's valid.
Yes. Yeah, if they can justify it, and if they're not just being
Facetious.
or hateful towards it, like you've got a different opinion to me, therefore I hate you.
Yes. No, absolutely.
Like, oh, okay, that's an adult way of looking at it.
Wow, that's very mature.
Yeah, not the whole, well, you've got a different opinion to me. Fair enough, okay, but we have other things that we have common ground on. So why don't we park the different things over there and then connect on the other things?
That sounds...
But
yeah,
hey, that's
that would be too simple.
That's it, yeah. And some people are too simple,
Yes.
quite
That's it,
frankly.
yeah.
What about yourself, though? Apart from the pocket mons.
The Pocket Mons. Yeah, I've been alright. Just finished a video today, which was out. Gonna be on Friday, actually. So you would have seen that already.
Okay.
Opinion
Cool.
on all of the 95 new Pokemon.
Ooh,
There's
okay.
yeah. There's officially 81 new Pokemon, but 14 of them are new forms of older Pokemon. So they got an opinion.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Yes.
they
of
count
course.
as well. I gave them an opinion.
Well, they are new, aren't they? I suppose especially if they're type changing or they've
Oh,
got
yeah,
different
definitely.
evolutions or pre-evolutions. They're effectively new, aren't they? So.
Yeah, all of them were
Makes
type
sense.
changing.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Oh, okay. So they are effectively completely different then, aren't they?
Yeah,
Because that
exactly.
really changes how they play. Oh, this means as well,
Yeah.
then, especially come Christmas when I finally do get the game, there's more than 151 Pokemon now.
There is. Yeah, well, there's
Yay.
400 in Sword and Shield. It means
Oh, okay.
yeah, it means
cool.
officially there's 890, which is incredible.
Right.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
officially in my brain, there's about 240 something.
Yes.
Ish.
Yeah, but then we've got all the Pokemon haters, which just are still angry that the national dex isn't there, and 400 overall and 81 new Pokemon isn't enough. Yeah, that's great that you've got 95 new Pokemon to use, but I want that one that I've been using all the time since I was 12. It's like, well, maybe just move on.
Yeah, or maybe move back to that game and play that game.
Exactly.
I feel like we've gone on a cycle there of the whole, it was better when that Pokemon was in that game that I used to like. Because it was the
Exactly.
first one I played.
Exactly.
And it's always been there. It's that whole blooming argument again.
Exactly. It's like in this game you can at some point get Charmander, except Charmeleon, Charizard, but you can't get Squirtle or Bulbasaur, etc. And everyone's losing
okay.
their minds. It's like, oh, but I want this. Well, you can't have this and not have the other two. And I'm like, well, they've been doing that.
What?
So they've been including all of them for 7 generations. This is the first generation they've gone, do you know what? let's not tie ourselves down with certain rules. Let's just go, do you know what? If we just want one of them, we'll do one of them. And yeah.
I'm not being funny. They make their own rules. It's their IP.
Yeah, it really is.
So they could have included none of the old ones if they'd have wanted to, and gone, no, do you know what? We're going to kind of have a bit of a soft reboot on the entire thing and only include the new ones from this generation if we want, because it's our game.
Exactly. I'll sort of consider this the start of me now talking about it. So I'm going to start my stopwatch for 10 minutes.
On you go, sir.
Yeah, no, it's if you put it that way, that means there are 305 returning Pokemon that aren't new. How is that not enough? I mean, how is that not enough? How is 305 not... Oh, I'm getting annoyed.
Well, I mean, it's lower than 800 and odd.
Yes.
In fairness.
Yes. Oh, yeah. There's not all Pokemon there, not going to lie. However, guys, some of the new forms they've done of older Pokemon as well are some of the least popular ones. Like, they've topped polls of, Pokemon that are really unpopular and all of those things. And they've given them new forms and tried to give them a new lease of life. One of them is my least favourite Pokemon of all time they've given a new form to. Mm-hmm. And I really like the new form of it.
Oh, okay.
So, shocking blow there.
Interesting. So rather than go, this is a really unpopular one, sod it, we'll just let it be forgotten about, they've gone, can we inject some new life into it?
Exactly. Exactly spot on. Yeah, and they've got Pokemon Home coming out early 2020. And that is basically somewhere you can store Pokemon pretty much on your phone. Via Pokemon Go or Let's Go or like an online service with all the 3DS games as well. And you can put every single Pokemon on there and then eventually put them onto Switch games. Not these two, but that says to me that all the Pokemon they aren't using at the moment will be used at some point in another game in the future. Because they wouldn't let you, for example, they wouldn't let you put a Squirtle on this new Pokemon Home that's coming out. Well, not coming, that's being accessible. If they weren't then going to include it on something, so they need a bit of patience.
Yeah.
There will either be a game with everyone on, or a game with the rest on. Either way, there'll be something. They need to.
I mean, how likely is it that when they do the special extra version of this, which will probably introduce the third legendary?
Yeah.
That's when they make all the other ones available? Is that likely, or is that a bit too much work?
It's likely. It is quite likely. They've done that before, and I'm sure they'll do it again. Yeah, but anyway, either way, these games are great. Like I say, they've made old forms of, they made new forms of old Pokemon, which is fantastic. Oh, I don't know where to start. I should have written notes. Written notes. How long have I taken already? I don't even know. What's happening? Have I started? Yes, I have. 3 minutes, Christ. 3 minutes moaning about people moaning. No, yeah, anyway, yeah, no, they are fantastic games. I've got, already you've heard my opinions on every Pokemon. Not you, because you haven't, it's Thursday and it's out tomorrow.
But even I don't have early access to stuff, folks.
No.
I know, that's shocking. He doesn't give me early access to his videos.
No, because it takes me about 4 hours to upload anything, and to send it to you would take even longer. But, it's really good. There will be a pros and cons coming out sort of mid next week, and I'm not, spoiler alert, it's going to be mainly pros, but obviously being fair to the game, letting everyone know what the potential cons are, and at the moment the cons seem to be just the online compatibility, really, because this is the first time Game Freak have really used online features. I mean, they've done it on 3DSs before. Like, you could go online on a 3DS, but like live online, if that makes any sense. Like for this game, Sword and Shield, you've got the wild area, you can run around, it's fantastic. And while you're running around, they have now the function where you can see other people in this wild area running around as well. You can interact with them, trade with them, battle with them, do max raid battles with them, all sorts. However, with that, because it's the first time Game Freak have done this, it seems very much still in a development stage, if that makes any sense.
Oh, okay, it's a bit wink wonk.
Yeah, for example, and I'll go into more detail in this video coming up in the next few days for you guys. If I were to connect online and I wanted to do a max raid battle and join in with like 3 other players to team up and take on a strong Pokemon, there may be a list on the side on my little internet connection screen of players seeking max raid battle help, you know, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Asking for trainers to join their battle. You could click on that and then it will say, oh, time has exceeded. But then it will stay on that list and there's no refresh button, and it seems to sporadically appear, this refresh button. So,
okay.
like, I've found that even if you literally, the button will appear to say, refresh your stamps, they're called, and I'll refresh them. And then I'll click the very first one that appears, the most recent one, and then say, start challenge, and it'll go, oh no, timeout's exceeded, or this is now full, or you just think, right, well, take it off then. But then it won't take it off for like a good 5-10 minutes. Until it says, do you want to refresh? I'm like, yeah, I wanted to refresh about 5 minutes ago. Could you just...
So you can't just constantly refresh it.
Yeah.
You have to wait for it to...
It feels like
Okay.
It feels like they need that. They need an actual refresh button there all times.
Yeah.
But yeah, as a person who's not who's not really used to online games myself, because I don't really do much online stuff, apart from get absolutely demolished by Japanese people on Mario Kart every now and again.
It's just because we hate people, that's why.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, but that's the main con. I'm sure they're going to sort it out. It's the first time they've done it in the first week of release. So I'm sure there'll be something to make it a little bit smoother. If it works, it's one of those that if it works well, I think it's a great feature.
Oh, definitely.
Just brilliant.
Yeah.
Like, if I just think, do you know what, I fancy helping out 3 random people and then catching something. And you could do it. It's, yeah. There'll be a way around it.
It's the kind of thing that's difficult for them to test for as well, because they'll be doing it on kind of secret closed servers.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Across the entire... The only way to test it over the entire web is to make it accessible to everyone, which you can't really do before you release it. So you've got to kind of release it in the best way that you can and then keep kind of patching it and fixing it and tweaking it based on people's feedback, really, haven't you?
Yeah, pretty much exactly. It will work eventually. Anyway,
yeah, and then when they do it on the next game, they will have learnt so much from this game that, in theory,
yes,
it should just work.
Yeah, I mean, it's much better than Sun and Moon online playability is anyway, so that's something. Yeah, well, I spent a few minutes moaning about people, then I've moaned about a bad bit of the game. Let's just mention some good bits. As people have probably heard by Friday, I genuinely don't think there's one bad Pokemon in the 95 that have been created and invented.
Blimey.
I don't. Well, not one that I think.
That's a claim.
Yeah, not one that I think I wish they didn't make that. I mean, there's some that I prefer over others, and there's some that I sort of. What's the opposite of prefer? Not dislike. That sounds a bit strong, but I'll use that word for now anyway. But there are ones I slightly dislike more than others anyway.
Ones you don't choose. Maybe. Yeah.
Ones that I'm probably going to use last, because I'm going to try and use all of them at least once. However, that doesn't then necessarily mean they're going to be bad. So, but it's a fantastic game. I honestly can't emphasise. I know I've just said 3 bad things now. People moan the internet doesn't work, and there are some bad Pokemon.
Are you sure you like this? Have you even played this damn game?
I
Do you
really
even
have.
like Pokemon?
Yeah, I really have.
Do you even know what they are?
I'm just giving it fair crack at the whip of trying to show I'm not biased.
Yeah.
With all that I've just said, that game I would happily give an 8.5 to 9 out of 10. In that sort of 9 sounds very generous, but it definitely 8.5 is at least what it deserves.
Nice.
It's got an original story. I've not seen anything like it before.
Really?
Yeah, it sort of springs up on you near the end. It's all right how it develops.
Oh, okay. So it's almost kind of RPG-ish.
Yeah, and it lets you get on with it. It doesn't stop and chat to you all the time.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, and even if it does chat, it doesn't matter. If that makes sense. They just sort of... There was a bit where they first take you in a Pokemon Center, your rival does, and he goes, "Have you ever been in a Pokemon Center before?" And like in other games, you'll say, "Yes, I have." And then their response to that would be, "Oh, good. Isn't it fun that you can do this and this and this?" And you're like, right, yeah, I literally just said I've been... But this time, it was great. You'll probably see it yourself. It's like, "Have you been to a Pokemon Center before?" I went, "Yes." And they go, "Oh, I don't need to tell you about that then." And then he literally said the next thing. It was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
This was within like 10 minutes of the game as well. So I was like, oh, this is great. I hope they do this for everything. Do you know how to use a bike? Yep. Right. See you later. You know.
Perfect.
Oh, but yeah, no, that's my 10 minutes. I shall stop that there now. But no, it's a really good game. I recommend it to people. I've just been going into it in more detail in all of my videos, hence why I've not tried to say too much in this bit.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah. You don't want to give everything away in this when there's bits and pieces coming up.
Exactly. I don't want a double handle.
Well, also you want to make sure that content. If you're going to make it, there's no point in not giving people a reason to watch it.
Exactly. People, watch my videos. They're fun.
It's only fair. They are.
They're fun. They're really nice.
They're fun. Watch
them. Or
let's look at
I
some.
won't really do anything, really, to be honest. It's up to you.
Watch them or don't.
Yeah, I mean, they're your choices.
Yes, they are the choices. Or the third choice, moan on Twitter.
Yes, like everyone else.
Yes.
But yeah, no, that's enough from me anyway. So
okay.
Over to you, sir.
Well, I had a very last minute change of plan because I was going to be talking about Google Stadia.
Ah, okay.
Are you aware of Google Stadia?
I have heard of it, but not any knowledge into it, if that makes sense.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a very quick 1 minute. This is sort of what I was going to talk about, but it's far too negative and I don't want to, really, for the whole duration. Basically, it's a gaming streaming service. So you never own the games. You stream them over Tinternet, like you would with your Netflix or your Amazon Prime.
Right, okay.
And the idea is you have them on there. They have them all on special servers. It all runs super good, 4K, 60 FPS rather, and lovely. However, it's got no decent games on it that are particularly new.
Right.
It's got no exclusives apart from one indie title. You never own any of the games, and you still got to pay full price for them, and it doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Not properly, no. There's massive lag. Nothing's actually running properly in 4K for most of the people.
Oh, wow.
The frame rate is absolutely appalling. And
so it's not 60 FPS then?
No, it's barely 30. It's terrible.
Wow.
It's that people have done screenshots with it comparing it to like Xbox One X's because it's meant to be better than that, and it looks like a Switch.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, and that is not knocking the Switch in any way, but obviously its hardware isn't up to PS4 Pro and Xbox One X standard.
No.
It just isn't. It's not built to be that good. And yeah, this Stadia is meant to be better. Oh, and to top it off, you were meant to get some kind of device that you can play it through,
Right.
which most people don't own, so they had to order one of those in. Loads of people got those quite late, and then you're supposed to be given an access code. Bearing in mind this was meant to go live, I believe, on the 19th. People still didn't all have their codes on the 20th.
Oh, okay.
So not only did it not work, people couldn't even use the thing that didn't work the day after it was released.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, so the end. basically. I was going to have a massive rant on that about its specs and stuff, but I can't be bothered because it's just crap.
Let's all mutually agree it's just crap and we'll move on.
Yeah.
So I can't see it
Essentially.
rivaling the main console systems anytime soon then.
No, not at all. And Microsoft are doing something X. I can't remember what it's called, but it's basically better. It's only in the kind of early pre-release stages of kind of you kind of early access stuff.
Yeah.
And it's already a lot better.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So that's what I was going to talk about, but it's far too negative and I can't be bothered.
But
Instead, I was just going to mention to all the lovely boys and girls that I'm in a musical.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm doing musical theatre again. I haven't done musical theatre for a long time.
I was going to ask you about that at the beginning, and I'm glad I didn't now.
Oh, okay. Well, that's quite handy.
Yeah, I think we ended up segueing, and I can't remember when, but do continue.
Yeah, so I thought, because this is a bit more positive, and it's kind of come about at probably the perfect time, certainly channel-wise as well, because obviously before
yes.
with the whole writing stuff, recording, editing, and kind of aiming to get 2 to 3 videos out on a weekly basis, which I really enjoyed doing and was super fun and super into, and then the Mac died and I wasn't able to do it. Because I now will have more time in the week, it's kind of come at the opportune time to actually spend some more time on that.
Oh, okay.
Which is quite fortuitous, almost like the Mac was meant to break. Maybe, who knows?
Are you allowed to tell the lovely listeners what the musical is?
I am, yes. It's Annie Get Your Gun. It's my other half, actually, who you will have seen on both of our channels, Karina.
Oh, yes, good one.
She is playing the gun. I mean, Annie.
She's playing Get.
Yes. And somebody called Dave is playing Yor. No, she is playing Annie Oakley, the lead role.
Oh, lovely.
Right after just finishing Sister Act, where she played the lead role of Dolores.
She played Whoopi Goldberg.
She played Whoopi Goldberg. Yes,
Wow.
she did. Yes.
The likeliness is uncanny.
Yeah. Indeed.
Carry on, sorry.
Indeed. That's all right. So, yeah, I just thought, actually, this is kind of a side of me that I haven't really delved. Yes?
Divulged?
Some word that is eluding me. I haven't kind of gone into that aspect of me much, so
Yeah.
I thought this would be an opportune time. I've done... Well, my first musical was in about 1999.
Oh, okay.
When I was a
remember what
wee
it was?
bairn. It was
When you were
Oliver.
only 74.
Yeah, when I was a slightly less miserable, grumpy old git. No, I was one of the kids in Oliver.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, and then the second musical I did back in 2013 was Oliver.
Oh, okay.
Quite funnily enough, but yeah, I've done Producers, Addams Family.
Ah, yes. I think I
And
remember
you know,
doing that.
you know the character I was in that as well, don't you?
It eludes me, I must be honest. Were you Uncle Fest? No.
No, I was
No,
not
you
Uncle
weren't.
Fest. I was one of the Addamses.
Oh, okay.
I'll give everyone at home listening 5 seconds to guess.
Silence.
Go on. Can you remember now?
No, I can't, because I can't remember the character names of the Addams family.
I was... Well, you've got Gomez, the dad.
Yeah.
Morticia, the mum.
Yes.
Wednesday is the daughter.
Yes. You weren't Wednesday.
No. Or Thursday or Friday. Pugsley or Pudsley is the boy. Uncle Fester and Lurch and Grandma.
Oh, were you Lurch? I remember. Yes.
No.
No, damn.
I
I'm trying
was
to remember
Grandma.
from pictures because I never got to see it.
I was the grandma.
Oh,
I was
really?
I was 103-year-old woman
Oh,
with
okay.
a Rice Krispie wart stuck on my nose.
And you ate it every night.
Yeah, it was delicious. It was covered in white makeup. It was beautiful. So yeah, that's kind of a side of me that I haven't done for a while, and I thought, well, I sort of turned up with the intention of just being a bit social and never really getting involved with this particular show.
Yeah.
And I just kind of was like, actually, this show's quite fun. I didn't really know anything about it beforehand, or any of the characters, or any of the songs, or the story, or anything. And yeah, just kind of, the more I went down to the sort of rehearsals beforehand, I was like, actually, this could be a bit fun. So let's audition for this and see how we go. So yeah, I did.
And it went fine by the sound of it.
Yeah, we got the parts last Sunday.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, and we started rehearsals this week, and we'll be performing it at the end of April.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
I was about to say, are you looking forward to it? But I assume you definitely are looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be doing it otherwise.
Exactly. Well, that sounds alright then. Did you originally sort of not give up, but have a break from that all because of YouTube, or was that just like a coincidental time? Same time, same thing.
The last thing I did was Spamalot in
Yes, I remember
the
that.
summer. When was that? That was that the summer? No, it wasn't the summer just gone. It was the summer before that. Summer 2018. And that was, I think, roughly when the channel was about a year old. And
Oh, okay.
I realised I hadn't really done too much with it.
Yeah.
And I tried to sort of get things going and kind of full started and stuff. And then I looked ahead at what shows were kind of coming up, and I didn't really like the look of any of them.
Oh, okay.
And I sort of thought, well, I've done quite a lot of shows all on the trot, and it's getting a bit knackering, to be honest, because it's obviously, for the majority of the time, it's 2 full evenings of your week completely gone with rehearsal, which is obviously after a full day of work. So you're a bit like, meh, and it eats up a lot of time. And then there's weekend rehearsals as well, before you even get into the time, like, for the
Not
actual
the
show.
weekend.
Yeah, exactly. So
That's when work stops.
that's when gaming happens.
Yes.
So yeah, it kind of all, again, the timing, that side of it kind of all worked perfectly as well. And I kind of found myself with more time to do the YouTube stuff, which I'd been wanting to kind of properly kickstart again anyway.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I'll take time away from that and do the YouTube stuff. And now, obviously, the YouTube stuff is having to, for whatever reason, kind of not take a complete backseat, but ease off slightly.
Yeah, due to Macless times.
Yeah, and even though I'm streaming and obviously we're recording here at the moment, there's a lot less time on the kind of production side of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds mad, but it's a lot easier and quicker, even though it doesn't sound it, to do an 1.5-hour live stream video than it is to do a 10-minute scripted, edited video for the channel.
Yes. No, I can believe you on that one, actually.
Because once you've done your 1.5 hours, you either set it to then go live on the channel straight away, or you can schedule it for whenever, and then it's done. There's no editing involved because it's just been recording you the whole time. There's nothing to edit. And
it's already happened.
And it's already just there. It's already uploaded. Especially, it's slightly longer winded for Twitch because it has to sync your 2 accounts together.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really take that long. But whereas a 10-minute video can take, what, half an hour to record, maybe?
Yeah, I'd say 20 to 30 minutes.
Yeah. To kind of get all your points across and make sure you don't miss anything out, or re-record bits that you've fluffed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fluffing is the big one for me.
Definitely. Yeah.
I'm tempted to one day go back on all the footage I've ever still got on my camera and just do a 10-minute video of me just sighing at the thing I just did wrong.
That could be good.
My favourite That's it.
Yeah, but then it's that about 3 times. And you're like, oh, get my teeth in.
Yes. Sorry, do continue.
Yeah, where was I? Oh yeah, so yeah, once you've kind of done your 10-minute record that's not 10 minutes, and then you've saved it out and building your thumbnail and editing the bit together and sourcing video clips or photos or making graphs or whatever, depending on what you're talking about or whatever it is. Putting all that together can easily then take another couple of hours, maybe.
Easily, yeah.
Yeah, and then you've got, 10-minute video. Well, there's potentially 2-3 hours gone.
Yeah, and that's almost an entire evening.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's that's not taking into account all the random conversations you may need to have, or the dinner you have to cook, and it's very rare that I would ever sit down of an evening, do 2 hours of editing, and then carry on with my life.
No, exactly. It's not. And when you're kind of in the swing of it, you kind of, if you feel like you've got a whole evening to do it, then you really kind of need to take full advantage of it.
Yeah, definitely.
Rather than dip in, I'll do 10 minutes of editing. You can't really get anywhere with
no.
that. It's not worth it. You might as well just watch a TV program or something.
Yes.
Or listen to some music for 10 minutes if that's all you're going to be able to have the time for.
Yes.
And and that's kind of what I was able to take advantage with Karina doing, especially like with Sister Act, the last show.
Yeah.
Because she'd be out Tuesdays and Wednesdays pretty much every single week. So that time was a lot of my recording and editing time.
Oh, okay.
That would be when I predominantly did that, because I'm in on my own. So I can control noise levels very easily anyway.
They're up to you.
And yeah, exactly. And I can spend, if I spend 3 hours working on this one video, well, that's fine. I'm here on my own anyway. So
what else am I going to do?
I haven't got to be sort of conversing with people.
Yeah.
Because there's no one here to converse with. So I might as well use this time well. And if I can get, sometimes I would do a whole evening of just record something else and have like a backlog of videos, and then the next day I would go into editing mode or something.
Yeah.
So I could get maybe a whole month's worth of videos nearly recorded in a couple of days.
Yes. It's yeah. I'd like to give myself the motivation of, right, if I finish this, I can do some personal fun gaming, not having to do video gaming. If that makes sense.
Well, that was kind of, and it still is, predominantly my Sundays.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Try and game a lot on Sundays, but yeah. So
yes.
That's sort of me with that now. So if you're in the area of Whittam, come end of April.
Do come watch. I'll go down there. So
it.
come say hello to both of us.
You can come and see. Yeah, you can come and say hello to Mr. Pidge,
Yes.
and then you can buy me a drink in the bar afterwards.
Exactly. See.
Everyone wins.
Literally everyone wins.
Yeah. So yeah, that's sort of me at the moment, and Stadia's crap.
Musicals are back. Stadia's crap. There's the title for the podcast.
There we go. That's my half of stuff.
Does PokéPidge really like Pokemon Sword? And
does he even know what a pocket man is?
The pocket to men. What?
Yes.
You catch them. Oh, one thing that's really good, I'll go into it in my video in more detail, is that it sort of makes slightly political statements, but in a good way.
What, Brexit related ones?
No, not actually. You'd thought so.
Okay.
No, it actually goes on about more stuff like there's a man who wants to be a Pokemon, and then he's sort of saying about how it's okay if he wants to change into a Pokemon, and it's sort of clearly referencing transgender.
Oh, okay, that's quite cool.
There's a bit, one of the new Pokemon forms is, it used to be based off of Coral Reef, and it's a rock water type, and now it's a ghost type, and it's like dead.
Fair enough.
I wonder what they're referencing with that. Dead coral reefs. Yeah, what else was there? There was other stuff as well. That I
check
forgot.
Out the video.
Yeah, and I've all got it on a list, so check out the video that's coming up this week.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but they like good political things. They've sort of put little hints in there of things, and it's just nice.
Oh, nice. Good.
I forgot to say that bit.
There's a positive in there somewhere, and
Exactly.
we found it right at the end of the video.
Exactly. Short term, buy that game. Long term, go see Ed's show. In between, don't invest in Stadia.
Yeah. Basically.
There you go. There's your message for today, kids.
For today, kids. Yeah.
Or not kids, depending
Oh
on
no,
what.
yeah, no, because this video won't be appropriate for kids apparently.
No.
I mean, it is, but it's just easier to say no.
Yes, exactly.
Stupid YouTube.
Stupid internet. Thank God we're not.
Stupid Google.
I haven't looked into it. May do that for next time. So maybe a bit more serious next time. Sorry.
It's not serious.
Yeah, but may look into
I have
the
to do
copper.
a light-hearted one then.
Yes. Someone's got to do one. Oh, well, that's enough from me. I'm going to go and research all this copper stuff for YouTube, and I'll let you know.
Okie dokie.
It will take me 2 weeks to understand it.
Gonna play This Is the Police 2 maybe on the Switch.
Oh, okay. Well, I've finished and uploaded my video for tomorrow, so I have time to play Pokemon.
Lovely.
Lovely. I mean, albeit half hour, but I have time.
Get done. Cool.
Yes. Well, anyway, thanks for listening, guys.
Yes, even to the rambly bit.
Yes, even to the rambling, which I didn't expect I'd be doing.
No.
Yes, but no. Well, listen in 2 weeks, and we shall see you soon.
Indeed we will. Bye everyone.
Goodbye, all.